Good morning, guys. This is Nick from Truth Blitz, and if you are a holder of Veritaseum, you may have been wondering what the heck was going on last night with the price drop and the flash crash that happened on Etherdelta. Tokens were steadily dropping in price. There were huge sell orders for thousands and thousands of tokens going through, as low as half of an ETH per token, and even lower in some cases. So Reggie put out a statement today, and I'll read that to you. We were hacked, possibly by a group. The hacks seem to be very sophisticated, but there is at least one corporate partner that may have dropped the ball and be liable. We'll let the lawyers sort that out, if it goes that far. Although I hate to see assets stolen, I hate thieves. The incident proved both the resilient demand for our tokens and the utility of the decentralized exchange Etherdelta. The hackers made away with 8.4 million worth of tokens and dumped all of them within a few hours into the heavy cacophony of demand. This is without the public knowing anything about our last traction. I would like to make it known that we had the option to fork VERI, but we chose not to. At the end of the day, the amount stolen was minuscule, less than 0.07%, although the dollar amount was quite material. Another point I would like to make clear is that Veritaseum tokens are software that represent our knowledge, advisory, and consulting skills, products, and capabilities. Without the Veritaseum team, the tokens are literally worthless. If someone were to confiscate 100% of the available tokens, all we need to do is refuse to stand behind them and recreate the token under a new contract. Again, we aren't selling currencies, we aren't selling securities, we are selling capabilities and the ability for those capabilities to connect with parties peer-to-peer for the autonomous transfer of value. You can get away with a large securities heist or a large currency heist. The Veritaseum team is what powers the value behind the Veritas token. A large theft of those tokens after a fork is as valuable as stealing 90 million empty plastic cups. The market cap, as the media likes to refer to, may seem high to those who don't understand how we employ platform economics, but those who understand should see that number as drastically undervalued. We have a roadshow for the NYC and Connecticut hedge funds next week. The senior partner of distressed credit of one of the world's largest funds specifically took the meeting after hearing about what we are doing. This is big, very big. That is an exact quote from the person who arranged the meeting, who was a 40-year veteran of Wall Street, a literal brand name known by nearly every experienced professional, someone who had aggressively jumped on board Team Veritaseum to assist in business development. For we are simultaneously lining up private and sovereign credits to Veritize. This is in addition to what may be our final meeting with one of the world's top 10 securities exchanges to use our product. This is in addition to our Veritizing a medical practice as a showcase for doctors and healthcare biz pros around the world to emulate using Veritas, of course. Think of us as capturing 50 basis points of all the medical practices and related healthcare businesses in the world, which will actually scale exponentially without financial industry dealings, assuming we can capture 0.02% of that. We have already landed the Jamaican Stock Exchange as a VERI client just 30 days after the initial token offering. Actually quite amazing. Now you can see how inconsequential the mere hack of a few $1 million. So, man, I was worried last night. I really was. Kind of at the time kicking myself for not selling the VERI that I had, because I knew eventually the price would go up. But I could have sold and then bought back in, and doubled the amount that I hold. But trading them wasn't my initial plan. I planned to hold VERI for the long term. So Reggie just put my mind at ease with this statement, and I hope he put all your minds at ease. I'm out of the assets that I hold, the digital assets that I hold, I'm most excited about VERI, and that's even more so the case now, despite the hack despite the large number of tokens that were dumped on Etherdelta. It's a crappy situation. You know, I feel bad, but at the same time, even more excited, believe it or not. So keep doing what you're doing, Reggie. Have a good day, guys.